Hello everyone, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the 4 princesses that were in the first week of the February lettering challenge. If you're unfamiliar with what this February lettering challenge is, I will go ahead and link the video where I talk with my friend Daniela about our collab for February. Each of these princesses took me a few hours to really get it the way I wanted it, so I hope you guys enjoy seeing the process sped up really fast because I promise it took way longer than it seems. Without further ado, let's get into it. The first princess for February 1st and 2nd was classic Cinderella. I figured this was an amazing princess to start out with because she was the first princess that I really was acquainted with as a child, my first taste of Disney, and so it brought so much nostalgia trying to come up with her vibe and her feel and really encompass her in a lettering piece. I usually start out my lettering pieces by using a really light color in a watercolor brush pen so that I can go back over it with watercolor and it'll blend really smoothly. Then I go over with a slightly darker color of paint in order to start that ombre effect that I will be capturing in each of my art pieces. I really liked the ombre effect, and so I just stuck with it. After I have the base layer down, I usually just go in with some darker colors of the shades that I use. Each specific princess is different, so Cinderella for me was very deep blues and gold and stars and magic and all of that kind of stuff that the fairy godmother produced. And so later I just draw some doodles of stars around it to really keep the magical feel, and that is pretty much all for Cinderella. I did go in later with a metallic paint on top. It was just some shimmer light blue to really give more of that sparkly effect. I'll show you when I do that, but I really enjoyed how adding sparkles to each of my princesses makes it really magical and feel more like a princess. In this light, it's kind of hard to tell, but I am going in with that shimmer metallic paint on top, and I kind of used it to blend all of the darker and lighter blues together. I really liked how it turned out, and you can see later when I do a little different lighting how it glistens in the light. princess for February 3rd and 4th was Princess Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty. I actually didn't film this process just because I really wanted to take my time with this one and take some time away from worrying about recording everything. February 5th and 6th was Belle from Beauty and the Beast. At first, my plan for Belle was to go in with the kind of yellow that is in her iconic dress and kind of fade it down into a burnt orange / brown like her hair, but I ended up really not liking how the colors blended together, so I just ended up going over it all with gold. So the end product is really shimmery gold Belle with some roses, but I figured I'd show you the process anyway because it still took me forever and it's always kind of sad when it doesn't really turn out the way you want to. But Plan B turned out beautiful and I still really enjoyed it. The way these colors dried down really just wasn't very flattering to me, and instead of just going on and adding more paint and making it worse and crinkling the paper, I just decided to go over with the glimmering gold finish. I ended up really liking just how sparkly and reflective this gold lettering was, so I wasn't too upset with how the process ended up. Last but not least, the last princess for this week, for February 7th and 8th, is Princess Tiana. I decided to go for some teal colors for her because her dress always reminds me of teal. I'm not sure why, because now that I look at the pictures, it's kind of more of a beige taupe green, but it's okay. I still really like how mine turned out. I was really nervous about doodling her flower in the corner because I am not the best artist, as in illustrations and sketches and drawing, but I think it ended up turning out pretty okay. I ended up using my light green and light blue acrylograph Archer and Olive pen in order to go for the vines of this flower, just because I didn't really have another color that matched what I was trying to go for. This brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like or a comment, and don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy content like this. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and as always, if you have any tips, recommendations, or requests, feel free to leave them in the comments down below, and I will do my best to make some fun videos. Until the next, bye!